Yo, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to your absolute favorite content here on YouTube. The 2 hours that you get to spend with me, someone that's been day trading stocks now for over 10 years. I can't believe I'm saying that. Time flies. I'm getting old. We're going to be watching, obviously, the charts live together and in real time, alongside, obviously, over there on the left-hand side of the screen, my real-time stock scanner. This is a stock scanner that I have solo coded myself. It's taking me hundreds of hours and over $66,000 worth of data to subscribe to do so. But now we have a live stock scanner that is updating 4 times a second alongside real-time news, audio alerts, small cap gauge, just a billion other things that we'll continue to talk about throughout this video. Extremely useful tool, and obviously we're showing it off today here in this video. This is a live stream. I am live right now on YouTube. We do this every single Monday morning and every single Friday morning. 1 hour before market open, I go live, and you will have me until 1 hour after market open. So if you're watching this as a replay on YouTube after the fact, don't worry, you're still going to get all the same value out of it. You just obviously won't be able to ask me questions live. To make sure that you can in the future, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you're already subscribed, make sure that little bell icon is pressed next to it. That way I can send out notifications to you all when I go live in the future, so that you don't miss future live streams and you can come hang out and chat with me in real time and watch the stocks moving as they are on your chart. A couple people already. Ooh, wow, 30 people already. Hello, everybody. Ravage, Lazy, Curum, good morning, everybody. Everybody jumping in nice and early as soon as we get live today. I love to see it. Speaking of people jumping in, let me go ahead and let the Discord know that I am live. When you guys sign up to access that scanner, you also get access to our official daytradingstrategies.net Discord server, which currently consists of just shy of 2,500 members. I think, have we passed 2,500? Just shy of 2,500 members. Let me go ahead and let all of them know that we are live right now. Actually, first I have to find the live stream. That would be a good start, wouldn't it? Where are we at? Let's make sure that we got the right stock up. Oh, by the way, 8:30 here. Hold on. Wait, before we get off topic here. Okay, NNVC. NNVC just announced news at 8:30 and getting a move as well. So this is what I do. Top and bottom of the hour, by the way, I quickly go and I sort my news down here by time so that I can obviously see the newest news coming out. And you can see right at 8:30, the news articles are being populated, and look at all this news that came out at the bottom of the hour, and it automatically secondary sorts by percent gain as well. So not only do you see what news just came out, but you also see at the top of the list which news is causing stocks to move the most. NNVC, recent hantavirus on cruise ship highlights the need for broad spectrum antiviral drugs, blah, blah, blah. They must be in the running for creating a drug to help with this new virus. But that's honestly, like, it's not news. It's interesting to me. It's not material news, right? They're just saying it highlights the need for our drug. They haven't actually done anything new, and you can see that by the volume coming into it as well. That nobody seems to care too much. Nobody seems to be too worried about it. FBLG 10% in the last 2 minutes. Okay, interesting. It was up. Yes, it did 10%, and then it sold it all the way back off. FBLG, interesting. Let me go ahead and finish this real quick so I can get focused on you all. I am live now. Come click and hit like, por favor. If you guys haven't already, if you could hit the like button on the stream, it really does help me out. It helps push the stream out to new beginner traders as well, to help educate as many people as we can here. JMP, hello, good morning. Fairchild, good morning. Jay Becca, good morning. David, what's up? What's crack-a-lackin', my friend? Just a Monday morning, man. Just the best morning of the week. All the opportunity in the world lies in front of you on a Monday morning. New opportunity to have the best week of your life, right? And as traders, we all super love Monday mornings. It's like, oh man, the markets are finally back open. I finally have something to do again. Hopefully you all had a good Mother's Day. Treated your moms and or your wives kindly. And if you are a mom, of course, happy late Mother's Day. Dan, hello, my friend. Good morning. Howdy, howdy. What we got? Wait, what did I just share? Did I just share the wrong thing? I did just share the wrong thing. Hold on, I'm silly. Load. Thank you. Everything's a little slow on my third monitor here this morning. People are gonna load. People are gonna load into that past live stream I accidentally shared and think I'm live now. My fault. Really, yeah, like really nothing at 8:30. I mean, look, we got all kinds of, if you're looking down there in the bottom left, we got all kinds of news. Like obviously a lot came out at the bottom of the hour, but nothing interesting. FBLG did rip for a second and then sold it all right back off. I guess it's still volatile. I guess we'll still keep an eye on this. This is Foxtrot Bravo Lima Golf. We'll keep an eye on this. It's volatile, but what is the news here? Fibrobiologics advancing development of fibroblast treatment for hantavirus. All the news coming out right now is about this hantavirus stuff, huh? Is that going to be our next buzzword that we're looking for? I mean, maybe it already is. Maybe this is the buzzword we're looking for in news now. Interesting. What in the world? That volume has got to be wrong. Huh? What? Okay. I get it's a 6 cent stock. Like it's a very cheap stock. But holy volume this morning on EZGO. There's no news. This is just, I wouldn't call this tradable. This is just high frequency trading algorithms going crazy this morning. Is that real? I mean, it must be. Over 1 billion shares of volume this morning. I mean, look, 12 million, 11 million, 12 million. These are all 1 minute candles. Holy smokes. It's continuation. I do remember seeing this. Oh my gosh. Got destroyed a couple days ago. Wow. But look at the I don't know if that I mean, I'm sure I have. I've been doing this a long time, but I don't remember a time seeing this much volume in pre-market. Once again, understanding that it's a 6 cent stock, so the volume is not the same as it is on other stocks, but that's very interesting, very crazy. Wow. FBLG gave up the whole move. There's that hantavirus news. Advancing development of fibroblast treatment. And they're down. Isn't that crazy? Company announces news and they're down now. I always envision when this happens, I always envision like the CEO and the CFO in a room together of the company, like, okay, we're going to announce the news. Let's watch our stock. And like, yeah, and then now what do they think? What's going through their head now? Their stock is red since they announced the news. That's crazy. That's crazy, boys and girls. 150 viewers already. Good morning, everybody. How we doing? Happy Monday. Once again, if you all could take the half second to hit the like button for me, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. They sold 10 million shares in that office. You think they're the ones selling? I mean, it happens. I'm sure. I don't know, but I'm sure it happens. Someone just signed up to the scanner. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, assuming that you're in the live stream. Maybe you're not, but thank you. What's your thoughts on using 155-inch TV instead of multiple monitors? It's up to you. I think that's all objective, right, Jay? No, sorry. That's subjective is the word I'm looking for. It's up to you. I don't know if it's better, if it's worse. I have traded on a big TV, but I only use it as one screen. I've got 3 monitors in front of me. I like the 3 monitor setup. It just allows you to, like, you know, I full screen something over here. I full screen something over here. I have 2 things on a screen here. Bio, hello, good morning. J-Bear, good morning. Hello, hello. TV too blurry and slow. That's true, yeah. I think monitors, it depends on the quality of TV and the quality of monitor, obviously, but for the most part, monitors are better quality and better refresh rate than TVs. I'm not sure if Charlie's been talking. Heard him one time in about 30 minutes. I don't know. I can't play Charlie on the live stream. I'm not contractually allowed to play Benzinga Squawk on these free live streams that I do. But I mean, there's not really much going on, right, Ravage? What's he really got to talk about? There's not a hell of a lot going on so far this morning. He's not like me where he just yaps and yaps and yaps. He only talks about real things that are moving. We like to just yap a little bit here on this live stream. ODYS, Oscar Delta Yankee Sierra. Odysite AI signs CRADA with U.S. Navy. What's that? What's a CRADA? What's that mean? To advance AI-driven visual sensing supporting condition-based maintenance operations. I know some of those words. ODYS, yeah, it's a nice move. Defense, it's a defense contract news, which has been hot, of course. Defense, wait, well, actually, this is defense, yeah, it's defense and AI. I was going to say defense, AI, dollar signs, and biotech news has been really hot. This one's got 2 of those, like 2 of the 4, right? Defense and AI. Some OLED TVs are 120 hertz. Yeah, of course, yeah. You can buy really nice TVs and you can buy really shitty monitors, but I think cost effectively, you're going to get better refresh rates and better, like, monitors for much cheaper than you're going to get the same quality in a TV. Excuse me. I traded MEHA like 20 minutes ago. Was an awesome trade. High a day break scanner. Been nice for sure. Good, Val. Glad you're finding value in the scanner. ODYS. Wow. We got alerted on this thing. I mean, when was the first alert? I wish I could go back and look. We got alerted on this thing like sub $7. I'm pretty sure it was sub $7. We got first alerted on this thing. Up 38% now to 955. Once again, what have I been sitting here talking about? AI, and defense in the news. Those are like 2 of the 4 hot buzzwords right now. You're seeing it work. Why studying news is so important. I wonder if I was trading smaller share size, if my strategy would have gotten in this. Let's say if we're trading, yeah. So my strategy didn't get in because by default, my strategy is set to take $50,000 positions. That's like more like the size that I trade. But if I were to lower the share size down to like $2,000 positions, it would have been in here at 585. Because there's a rule in my strategy that the volume must be at least 5x the number of shares that you want to trade. And on the initial green candle, the volume was only 6,000 shares. The volume was very small. So if I wanted to take a $50,000 position, I wouldn't have gotten filled very well, right? That's the whole reason I have that rule. But if I wanted to take a $2,000 position in here at 585, CRADA is a cooperative research and development agreement. Got you. Thank you. Appreciate that. That's a new acronym for me to learn and store. But geez Louise, dude, look at this 2-minute change. 30%. A 30% 2-minute change on ODYS on the scanner. Once again, the scanner, listen, 2 big reasons. Price action and news, right? The scanner had you on this move before it touched $7. And you got to come in and read the news right away. You got to see, hey, it's defense and it's AI. And if you've been properly using the scanner over the weekend, I did this over the weekend. I used my time machine function to go back through all of last week and to study what the news is of the top gainers. You know that right now, defense and AI is very hot. So you know, once again, does that mean that if a stock announces AI and defense news that it's going to fly like this? No, obviously, of course not. But you know, like, these are the kind of headlines to be looking for. These are the kind of headlines that are going to provide you with these opportunities. There you go. The scanner did a lot to put you on this move for sure. Can't trade ODYS on Thinkorswim? Yes, you can. You just need to reach out to Thinkorswim support, my friend. There's a document you need to e-sign that's basically like, let me trade shitty, risky stocks in pre-market. By default, Thinkorswim doesn't let you trade these, but once again, all you got to do is reach out and ask, basically, and they'll set your account up so that you're allowed to trade them. You just traded ODYS on Thinkorswim? Yep. Yeah, you, like I said, you can. There's just there's a hoop you got to jump through. Oh, it is an Israeli company. Interesting. Wait. The U.S. Navy just signed an agreement with an Israeli AI company to control their drones. Okay. All right, man. I don't know. I'm not going to say anything. Anyway, what else do you guys want to talk about? Ooh, fake breakout there. Fake breakout over the highs of 11 there. That is a topping signal. Not that it, once again, doesn't mean that the stock is definitely going to come down now. No, but that is what tends to happen at tops. We'll see. Once again, though, just a beautiful stock. I mean, a beautiful representation of the scanner this morning. Price action, obvious. I mean, listen, every scanner will get you in price action wise, but being able to see the news like this in real time, that is what's important. This is what makes you money, right? Being able to, one, know what news is hot right now. And you use this time machine functionality of the scanner to study that. And then to be able to see it live and in real time, once again, you would have seen it come out at 8:30 on this scanner and see, hey, Navy, AI, bullish. There you go. Congratulations. Over $4 a share on ODYS, John. That's sick, my friend. Congrats. Can you please add a pause button to the timer? Oh, yeah. On my market replay? Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I can do that, Rags. I assume that's easy. It sounds easy. Here, let me, I have like in my notes app on my phone, I have a backlog of things I want to do to the scanner. Let me add that. Where is it? Here it is. Pause market replay. Yeah, I'll look into that. That's a good idea. Howdy and good morning. What's up, Hollis? How you doing? Hello. 200 viewers already. Hello. Those of you that have been here, like those of you that joined right away, got to watch a really, really nice move. Once again, alongside pretty obviously bullish news here on ODYS, Oscar Delta Yankee Sierra. We are struggling now here. We're getting toppy. Got a nice little, you got a nice resistance zone here now from about 980 to 1105. Love the pause idea. Yeah, that is a good idea. I should have probably thought of that when I did it. I probably should have thought of that when I made it, but. Most, like, when I first built this scanner, it was just the small cap gauge, the moving now, and the top 20 gainers today. Like, there was no news. There was no there was no filters, there was no audio alerts, there was no this news, there was no market replay function, there was no squawk, there was no, like, a lot of the, like, upgrades to the scanner have been suggestions from you guys. Add a timestamp to the most recent high. That's probably a good idea too. Let me write that down too. Timestamp most recent high. I'll look into that. Well, that one I know is easy. That one I know I can do very easily. ODYS testing the high here. Testing the high of its resistance zone at 1105. Oscar Delta Yankee Sierra. Once again, the stock that the scanner had you on live and in real time before $7 a share. There it goes. You can see it continuing to print here as well. Pushing up hard now. You can't short ODYS on Thinkorswim. Yeah, Thinkorswim, if your goal is to short like low float runners like this, Thinkorswim is not going to be the brokerage for you. That's just not what they're designed to do, right? Like there are brokerages that are designed to short low floats. They go out and they get a bunch of shares to make available to their traders. Charles Schwab, that's just not their focus. So they don't, they will hardly ever have shares available to borrow in these stocks. Lightspeed, yeah, Lightspeed's a good one. I've heard. I've never used it. That's what Ross uses, isn't it? I think that's where I heard it from. I asked you 2 weeks ago, but I guess you missed it. I will tell you, Ravage, I haven't made an upgrade to my scanner in it's probably been 2 weeks. I've been focused on uptime. I've been focused on okay, let's get the back end working to a point where the scanner never goes down. If you guys have been signed up to my scanner for a couple of months now, you will know that a couple of months ago, the scanner kind of went down a lot. It was never for a long time, but there would be every day it would go down for 5 minutes kind of randomly. So I've been really focused on getting the uptime to near 100%. And I think it has been, especially since on Wednesday last week, or was it Tuesday? Mid last week, I upgraded our virtual machine. So we're using a dedicated CPU oriented virtual machine now, which means that we have skipped the overloading issue. I had to do that because so many people are using the scanner now that the virtual machine was getting overloaded. But definitely since I made that change, I don't think there's been any connection issues at all to the scanner. So yeah, that's what I've been worried about recently. Squawk mentioned ODYS at 6. Good. Hey, that's why I added Benzinga Squawk, right? It probably gets you into moves like this sometimes even before the scanner's going to, because the stock isn't even really moving yet. Yeah, that's awesome. So Charlie was talking about ODYS at $6 a share. I'm sure he read out the news, right? I'm sure at 8:30 he just read out this news. That's dope. Yeah. I mean, listen. I spend $66,000 a year on my scanner. $40,000 of that is Benzinga Squawk. I spent a lot of money on this feature. I can't play it for you guys. It's part of the contract is that it must be behind a paywall. I'm not allowed to play Benzinga Squawk over the air live for free. So I can't play it for you guys on this live stream. But yeah, a very, very, very powerful function of the scanner. And that's one that you're not going to find anywhere else. You go shopping, please. I implore you, go shopping. I implore you to do that because I know mine's the best. But obviously, you're going to find 100 other scanners on the market that have a moving now, but pretty much like this one. You're going to find other ways that you can find news like this. But you're not going to find Benzinga Squawk unless you go sign up to Benzinga, and you can feel free to go look at the price that that's going to cost you. You're not going to find the small cap gauge. You're not going to find the speed at which mine updates, right? Most other scanners are 10 to 15 second delayed because they're using free data, right? They're not spending $66,000 a year on data like I am. My scanner updates 4 times a second. I'm very confident that anywhere near the price range I sell mine at, I've made the best scanner. Can you find scanners better than mine? Yeah, I'm sure you can, but we're talking like terminal stuff, $25,000 a year you're going to be paying for scanners better than mine. You're not going to find a scanner better than mine anywhere near the price range I offer mine at. ODYS new highs, by the way. Oscar Delta Yankee Sierra. This is your Defense and AI combo news continuing to move up now. Squawk mentioned it 2 minutes before it came on the news. Yeah, that's so sick. Morning, Trey. Sorry I'm late. What's up, Roy? Good morning, my friend. I'm on a support. They're saying I need to open a new account with global settings not clear. My current account global settings cannot be added. I don't know, man. I'm not sure. I've never heard that one before, Francisco. I'm not sure. So I think it's because I've had this very Thinkorswim account for like 8 or 9 years now. I think because of that, I just logged in one morning and like I got the pop-up. Like the pop-up appeared and was like, would you like to sign this to trade shitty penny stocks? And I just checked the box and I was good to go. But it seems like most people aren't getting that pop-up. Like most people are having to reach out to Charles Schwab and ask. So I honestly, like I'm not a big help because for whatever reason, I didn't have to jump through that hoop. No pullback on the 5 minute. Yeah, I'm sure the 5 minute looks ridiculous. Yeah, the 5 minute's nuts, bro. That's sick. Are you running a strategy? I am. This is the RSI breakout. Or sorry, what did I just call it? The RSI rate of change strategy. I have it currently set to a position size of $2,000 and an RSI change rate of 8 are the settings I currently have it set to. If you guys are brand new and you're like listening to me talk about my scanner and you're like, what the hell is this guy talking about? When you access the scanner, you also get access to all these trading codes as well. This is something else that I do, right? These are all codes that I've written as well myself. And that's the strategy you're seeing running on your chart. In at 585 and about to get stopped out on this candle. Barring a 20-second miracle bounce, it's about to get stopped out. Fix the P&L. 10 seconds. Looks like we're going to lock in. I mean, we're up like 90% in this trade, aren't we? Oh my gosh, draw the line. Yeah, sure. 87%. We'll take that, yeah. We'll take locking in. We'll take locking in 87%. Very, very nice trade there, ODYS. Were you with TD Ameritrade before the merge? Yep. I had a TD Ameritrade account. I was also like, I think once again, because I had my account so long, I was like one of the last people that got converted to Charles Schwab. They were like converted people by like how new your account was first. I think because they wanted to leave like the people that had money in and had been trading with them for a long time. They wanted to leave them unaffected the longest. I got converted to Charles Schwab like the last day it was possible. Just gave back a bunch. Did you follow your strategy, Don? That's always the question, right? Listen, every strategy takes losers too. Trust me, my strategies take a lot of losers. It's just about, once again, I mean, what do I talk about? I talk about it all the time because I want to make it abundantly clear. This strategy has a 35% win rate. You are going to lose way more than you win with this strategy. But the strategy also captures 85% winners, right? Like that's why it's still profitable over time on a 35% win rate. Had to reload scanner to get Squawk to work. Was he not talking for you? I was just stupid. See that's bad, Don. See a good trade is not if you made money, right? A good trade is, did you follow your rules? And a bad trade is not, did you lose money? Who cares, right? You need to really, really like be unaffected by the outcome of one trade. Even by the outcome of one day, hell, even by the outcome of like 1 week or 1 month, right? You need to only care about the very large picture because the idea is making money over time, right? Anyway, all that to say, good trade equals follows rules, bad trade equals didn't follows rules, right? Not that good trade green, bad trade red. Like, I've had Thinkorswim since it became available in the early 2000s. Nice. So wasn't it like a standalone thing when they launched it? and then like they got bought by TD Ameritrade, or well, maybe they even got bought by somebody before TD Ameritrade. I don't know. I'm not that old. No, I started trading in 2015. The summer after I graduated college, I started trading. I always say to myself, like, oh, I wish I started trading while I was in college, but like that would have been hard, I guess. Wouldn't have been able to put the time into trading while also having to put the time into studying. Did you trade ODYS? Maybe. Maybe not. Squawk starts muted. Yeah, I have to do that because it's something to do with the browsers. Like the browsers don't like to autoplay audio like this. Like you kind of like you have to interact with the website before browsers like to let it play audio. So like if I've tried to like just have Squawk unmuted when you load it in, it sometimes it's weird because it's intermittent, but like sometimes it throws a bunch of errors when you do that. So I just started off muted. That way, like you have to unmute it, which obviously counts as a website interaction, which then allows it to work. Yeah. How much did you just make? $8 billion. No, I'm joking. I don't talk about my real money trades on live streams or on my YouTube channel at all, really. I used to live stream on Twitch. I did it for 3 years. I live streamed on Twitch and I showed all my real money trades every single day. I'll just explain it to you again. I've explained this a lot, but I'll explain it again. I know there's a lot of new viewers. 2 big reasons. The first like big major reason why I don't like to talk about my trades is because, JZXN. Whoa, okay. First alerted at 115 on the scanner, JZXN. It makes me trade way worse. Like, honestly, it's just a personal thing is the biggest reason. I always I would break my rules at a much higher rate when I would show my trades live and in real time. You guys know how hard trading is, right? Like you guys are all trying to become day traders. It's freaking hard, right? Trading is hard. Now imagine if while you were trading, you had 258 people watching you trade live too and judging what you're doing. It makes it way harder. Trust me, if you've never done it, which most of you probably haven't, it makes it very hard. It makes me trade worse. And then also second, like equally maybe as big reason, since I've started this company, like I run a business now with this scanner. My business lawyers and my business insurance people have told me not to show my real money trades. Basically, like the number one way I'm going to get my ass sued by the Federal Trade Commission is by showing real money trades. I'd rather not get my assets frozen, so... And listen, it really doesn't matter. Like you think like people will watch and be like, oh, this guy doesn't show his trades. Like it really doesn't matter. I get that it makes it more entertaining. Like it definitely does make it more entertaining to watch me trade real money. I understand that bit of it, but like when it comes to actually learning and like becoming a better trader yourself, it doesn't matter if you're watching me trade. Like who cares, right? It doesn't change anything for you. Why can't I buy this stock on Thinkorswim? Reach out to them. You have to contact customer support. Click on this headphone emoji or whatever you call it up here on the top and chat with support. Essentially, you have to sign something that is like, I understand the risks of trading shitty stocks. Essentially is what you have to do. DTS rate of, yes. Sorry, excuse me. The strategy is the RSI rate of change. Yep. Position size set to 2,000, RSI change set to 8.
LINK.
Started prop trading in 97. I was 4 years old in 97. I was in preschool.
LINK.
College, bro. Can I tell some funny stories about your Twitch days? What's up, Andy? You were definitely around a lot during the Twitch days. What's up, my friend? Oh, sorry, 9 a.m. I didn't even realize the top of the hour just came. Let's get our news sorted here so we can see what just came out at 9 a.m. Obviously, LINK just announced something. First alerted at 5:14 on the scanner. Light volume, picking up volume now, but Interlink Electronics announces execution of non-binding letter of intent for potential strategic acquisition. That is not news I care about. I said it as soon as I read the news on ODYS. We read this news we read it at like 8:33 because the first couple minutes the volume was really light. When I read this news, I said immediately, this news is important. This news matters. This isn't big news. Does that mean that the stock won't go to $8? No, of course, it still could. Anything could happen, right? But this isn't news that like gets me super excited. Once again, not telling you not to trade it, not telling you that I don't think the stock can fly. Once again, the stock can do whatever it wants to. You just have to, once again, go about trading in what you have found to add the highest win percentage to your, or likelihood of win, I guess, to your account. Potential, yes, it's always potential. I like always make that caveat because there will never ever be a factual statement that you can always make about a stock. Like, oh, if a stock has this news, then it's definitely not going to go up. Like, no. Every stock is capable of doing literally fucking anything, right? Your job as a trader is to build rules that align with your trading goals that are profitable over time, right? Hard enough trading without extra distraction? Yeah. My biggest thing, when I would live stream my trades, my biggest thing is that I would exit my winners early. Like, I would get into a trade like ODYS, and instead of holding up here, I would exit at like $8. Instead of making like the 85% I was supposed to make, I would make like 40% or 30%, whatever it was. Because like, it's really hard when people are watching you trade. It's really hard when a green trade turns red. Because all of a sudden everyone's like, oh, you idiot, why didn't you sell? And it's like, and then you start second guessing yourself, like, oh, maybe I should have sold. But it's like, no, you shouldn't have sold. You're supposed to hold. You're supposed to do what the strategy does. You know what I mean? Wow. What? Hey, you guys remember a minute and a half ago when I told you I didn't like this news? Literally just sold off the entire move. Listen, I don't have a crystal ball, but I know what I'm talking about sometimes, chat. Oh my God. Bro. That's crazy. It's red now. It's red from when it announced this news at 9 o'clock. Hey, don't say I never did anything for you, chat. That's crazy. And that's why I wasn't, in that trade. That's why I wouldn't have taken that trade. That's a very, very big thing, by the way. For me, news is almost everything. Like why I decide to trade, like with ODYS this morning, why I decide to trade or not trade a stock is based on whether I like or don't like the news. How do I decide whether I like or I don't like the news? Every single weekend. Like over this weekend, I just did it. I use my time machine in my scanner. I go back through every day of the last week. I sort my search news by top gainers, and I study. What's the hot news right now? Right now, it is defense, AI, dollar signs, and biotech news is like kind of always hot. So it's really like those four things. This had two of the four. It is defense and it is AI. I was like, wow, that's got a great opportunity. Whereas with Link, it didn't have any of that. And it's like, first off, it doesn't have any of that. And it's like potential strategic acquisition. Like, who cares, right? Like, that's not real news. It just got a little bit of momentum. I told you guys that in real time, and there you go. There you go. Crypto buzzwords no longer a thing? as much as it was, Kieran. Crypto hasn't been like a crazy buzzword for years, I would say. There was like a few years ago when Bitcoin was Bitcoin, like in, I don't even know, like 2020, 2019. That's been like 6-7 years ago now. Literally, like penny stocks would get the word Bitcoin in their news headline and they'd go up 300%. It was crazy, dude. A company would buy $20,000 worth of Bitcoin and their stock would go up 300%. It was nuts.
JZXN.
There was a while where Tesla was like that too. Was it 2021 when Tesla was like very, very hot? I have vivid memories of this because I thought it was so funny. Like 2020, 2021. A penny stock company announced that they literally the news was they bought a Tesla. Like they bought one Tesla as like the company car or whatever the hell it was. But because Tesla was in their headline, it was an absolute rocket ship of a move. It's like the funniest thing. By the way, what was one of those buzzwords I just mentioned? Dollar signs, right? What does JZXN have in its headline? 2 dollar signs. The market has really been rewarding stocks that get like, actual material. Hey, we are doing real money shit. You know what I mean? When this news came out at 8:15, it rocketed. It's rocketing again now. Once again, that's another buzzword. Once again, news is everything in trading, especially in pre-market trading, obviously, but even in general, news is everything in trading. You have to have a tool that allows you to study this stuff. You have to have a tool that allows you to see the news in real time alongside the movers. I would call it necessary. Am I saying that you must sign up to my tool? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm sure there's other tools out there. Do your own research, do your own thing, whatever. But I would call it necessary. Cuss word counter 3. I'm being a bad boy today. GAMB moving up. I think when I first got in, this was the top gainer on the morning, GAMB, or it was one of the top gainers on the morning. Where'd it go? 23% now. I first got in at like just after 7 o'clock this morning. Oh, maybe it wasn't then. Maybe it was just hitting the scanner. It must have been like up here on the moving now then. Strategy out of JZXN there from 127 out at 141. It was in earlier from $1 out at 129. Very nice. Last summer, crypto was insane. BMNR. Yeah, it comes and goes, obviously. Well, it depends. Like, obviously, with anything, it depends what Bitcoin's doing, yeah? Bitcoin gets really hot again, then you'll start to look for that again, right? You'll start to see company gets crypto or Bitcoin or whatever in its news that it'll fly again, yeah? Crypto for the last, like, year has really, like, it's just been, like, following what the market does, which is a little scary. I call it a little scary right now because Bitcoin is still well off of highs. Like it's still down, isn't it down like 30% from highs or something? 34%-ish from highs, Bitcoin is still down. While the market is, absolutely face ripping into all-time highs. The market literally has been going straight up for like 2 months. When was this bottom? Oh, literally April 1st. April 1st, the market has been, so 1.5 months, whatever, but the market has been ripping your face off. And Bitcoin has really like been strong, but it in nowhere near the same relative strength as the market, which is concerning because the market is going to roll back over, right? The market's not going to continue to go straight up for the rest of our lives. I promise you that. I say you can never make definitive statements about stocks. I will make that definitive statement. It will eventually cool off. It will eventually have a drawdown. And then like, what's Bitcoin going to do when that happens? You know what I mean? For your real trades, does your algo jump into every trade? No. It's still, strategy codes in Thinkorswim are not placing real money trades. They exist for 2 important reasons. They exist to visualize the entrance and exit conditions within in real time, and they exist to automate the data gathering process of backtesting. Because like I can come into this and I can pull the report of all the trades that I've seen on this chart, and I can export it, and I can, So rather than when I'm building strategies, rather than having to go back through and find everywhere I would have gotten in and everywhere I would have gotten out, the strategies do that for me automatically. But yeah, the trades are still manual. Cuss words are okay. What's up, CBS? All the speaking of OG Twitch viewers, what's up? Show that again. You can right click on any of these orders, like on any of the ticks. You can right click and you can go to show report, and then you can obviously export this to whatever. Export it to HTML. I export it to, and then put it into Excel. Or this is something else, obviously, you get access to when you sign up to my website. You can load in this backtest data labels, and this shows you the statistics of the strategy running on your chart right here, which is a very, very useful tool for testing and optimizing trading strategies. Whoops. Oh, turned off the wrong thing. Clicking is hard. Thank you. Thanks for the response. I got you, my friend. Do the strategy codes work on stocks? Will they work on futures? Yeah, they'll load. So they will load on anything that you can chart. But futures might be a little funny because like the pricing on futures is very weird. Obviously, like if you go look at MES, it says it's like $7,400, but like the real cost of one share is what, $740 or whatever the tick calculation is on MES. So the pricing will be weird. So like some strategies will be thrown off because the position size won't be right, because the position size is going to assume $7,400 instead of it. Like it's not going to do that calculation. You can build it in a way to do that calculation, but you obviously have to do that yourself. And obviously like the time will be wrong because futures trade. I don't know what futures trade. I'm not a futures trader. They're not 24/7. Aren't they like 24/5 or something? 24/6 futures are index futures. So obviously they're different than equities. So the timing will be a little weird too. But like technically, yes, they will attempt to chart on them. It might just need a little upgrading, a little changing. How do I reorder the configuration of the scanner? You can't. It's not like modular. Like you can't change how it looks. It's just a website, right? The scanner is just a website. It's not like an application. So I can't make it in a way that like you can change things, like you can drag things around or anything like that. What exactly is a tick? Every time the stock moves, that's a tick. Tick, tick. Look, where's my time in sales? Tick, 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 tick. Those are all ticks. In futures, I don't know. Ask the futures traders. I think they call it something else in futures, but I think a tick might be like, I think it might like literally have to move a point or whatever the hell in futures, but that's what I refer to as a tick. How do you identify a foreign stock? Hold shift and hover over a ticker. So JZXN is China. I need to make it so that copy ticker goes away so that you can actually see what you're looking at. But yeah, any ticker on the chart, if you hold shift and hover over, you can see the sector and the country that it's from. One point equals 4 ticks. Yeah, see, there you go. Yeah. Futures traders have their own definitions for words. I got you, Mike. I was trying to do the replay. Yeah, Matthew, the replay doesn't work very well today. That's something I was working on. I won't lie to you. I haven't worked on it in a couple weeks, but that's something I need to try to improve. Like the replay works fine if you go look at past days, but it doesn't really work like looking like if you try to do today and like an hour ago, it's not going to work very well. it's hard, right? It's hard because it's not past data. It is today's data, just past time. So it's like different in the code, and it's a whole thing I'm working on. But yeah, that is an issue that I know exists. Here I am waiting on ODYS and Miss JZXN. On replay, you can't use the shift feature. Oh, really? Oh, that makes sense. Here, let me put that in my notes too. Shift hover on replay. That makes sense because that is a different, that's simply like a front end thing. Like this is an HTML thing. And I probably just didn't add the HTML from the real scanner to the time machine scanner. I can make that change. Anyone here remember what time? ODYS would have been at like 8:33-ish when it hit the scanner. It would have been like here. We saw it hit sub $7. I want to say it was sub $7. It was either sub 7 or like right after $7 it hit the scanner. So right about 8:36, 8:37 when it started moving. The news would have been there at 8:30 though. Like when we sorted our news down here by time ascending, you would have seen ODYS right at 8:30. And apparently, this is something else that will never work on the market replay. It's just not something they offer. They don't offer past broadcast. But the squawk, apparently Charlie on our live audio squawk also called it out like at $6. When it was trading at 8:30, he was talking about ODYS. So 270 viewers. Good morning, everybody. Let's see if we can hit 300 today. That would be really cool. If you haven't already, if you could hit the like button, that really helps me out. It actually helps a lot. Like, I don't think hitting the like button like really matters so much for videos, but for live streams, it does really help for whatever reason. With live streams, it really does help push them more if more people like the stream. I'm the only like. I think it just doesn't update for you, Ravage. There are 98 likes. 98 likes in the stream. Thank you guys. Let's get to 100. Thank you. Yeah, I just don't think it updates like for you. Is that a tick? I live in the woods and I get so many ticks on me. Oh, I don't think it is. I found a tick on my way to work this morning. I found a tick on my neck. I guess when I took the dog out this morning, a tick jumped on me. And you know, like when you find a bug on you, like for the next like couple hours, you feel like there's a bug on you. You know what I mean? That's how I feel right now. WOK 9:15 news. Whoops, sorry. 9:15 news. No one really cared about the news, and then it just got a huge spike of volume at 9:19. A different kind of tick. True. We're also sitting here talking about ticks, so maybe that's throwing me off too. I clicked it. I got you. Thank you, Hollis. Appreciate that. Speaking of things, if I'm allowed to advertise one more thing, I've just started posting like more on my Instagram. My Instagram is Treyding Stocks. I literally just posted a reel this morning. So go follow me. If you guys have Instagram, go follow Treyding Stocks. Watching there's a lot of reels over here actually. But I'm gonna start posting here more. Like I said, I just posted one this morning. Yeah, go follow me on Instagram if you have Instagram. I'm gonna be posting a lot of 30 to 60 second reels over there about the market and stuff. And I appreciate you when you do. Thank you. 295 viewers. We're almost there. 8 minutes until market open. So I know, for those of you guys that are brand new, you've never been to one of my live streams, during pre-market, obviously we're watching stocks, but it's also pre-market. So things are a little bit slower. Other than ODYS and JZXN, JZXN, nothing has really been moving. So we sort of just yap and talk about trading and talk about the market and talk about stuff. But at market open, so in 8 minutes, I'll really lock in more. And I'll be, calling out to you guys phonetically what stocks are moving so that you guys all, You guys will all have an idea of exactly out of market open what is moving. Now, does that mean that you randomly go buy these stocks just because you see them on the live stream? No, obviously, of course not. It is not my job, and it never will be my job to predict what is going to continue flying. It is just my job to provide you all with tools to show you what is moving right now as fast as I can show them to you. That's my job. I'm going to stick with it just being me so I feel better. Whoa. Like 40 of you liked. Look, we're at 133 likes now. Like 40 people hit the like button. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. What the heck happened last stream? What happened last stream? Look at this. It's like 180 likes, 80 likes, 127 likes. Last stream got 249. Last stream went ham on Friday. That was just on Friday. Crazy, bro. By the way, I'll just can I shout out myself again? During my live streams, I don't run ads. I try to be nice. During my live streams, I don't want you guys like getting ad breaks while you're trying to watch what's moving. So I leave my monetization off. I turn it on after the stream. So if you're watching this as a past broadcast, sorry, you're getting ads. But for my live viewers, I don't run ads for you guys. Great stuff, Trey. Thank you. I got you, Milano. Oh, ODYS hitting the scanner again. I mean, sure. Baby curl. Baby curl. Not a whole lot to it. Not a whole lot to it yet. We will, obviously, ODYS is our top gainer, so this is what we will watch out of open. But the beauty of having a real-time stock scanner like this is that you don't, like, if you don't have a stock scanner, what do you end up doing? You just end up looking up a list of the top gainers, and then you watch those out of open and you hope they move. If you have a tool like this, you don't have to just watch and hope. You can see live and in real time. Once again, updates 4 times a second. So as real time as it gets, almost as real time as it gets, you will know what is moving. So out of market open here in 5 minutes, once again, we'll lock in and I'll be shouting out everything that's moving for you. Once again, at market open, my eyes go here. My eyes go right here. I'm looking for stocks that hit the moving now on heavy volume. And then I also very quickly, like if I see an M, if I see over 1 million shares, my eyes quickly dart to here and I look at the float. Because obviously, like if it's traded 3 million shares, but it has a 150 million share float, it's probably not as interesting, right? This is your supply and demand. You can see right here. Before market starts, how was your golf day Friday? It was fine. I mean, it was fine. I'm trying to break 90. My goal is to break 90. I shot a 97. So like, not great. I hit a birdie though. Maybe one of my best shots ever. I was like 155 yards out, 7-iron, stuck it to like 4 feet. That was sick. That was that shot that keeps you coming back. You know what I mean? But outside of that, it was just fine. I can't keep my drives in bounds to save my ass. You want to see a K in the float column? That's crazy when that happens. But that's rare, right? Like getting a stock with the float so small that it's sub 1 million that's not like necessarily the target, because there's just so few of those. But it is nice when you see them, yeah. What is your Instagram again? Same as my YouTube name, Treyding Stocks. Instagram.com/Treyding Stocks. Shout out to those of you that have followed me. 5 of you just followed me. Todd, thank you. Gene, Rondale, thank you. Tip, thank you. Gene, River, Mind, thank you guys for following me. Appreciate you. Yep, I'm gonna start posting a lot more on Instagram. So if you like what I put out, check it out. How often are you live? Every Monday and Friday mornings. Mondays and Fridays I go live just to show off the scanner, obviously as it's moving live and in real time. And then between that I post videos. I think there's over 700 videos on this YouTube channel now. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you also get YouTube videos from me. So ton of content on this channel. Is the birdie okay? Slow the driver down. I know. So I played baseball my whole life. So like the number one issue with baseball players is hands fast through the ball, right? Because that's what we're taught to do when we baseball swing. So I struggle with not doing that, right? I struggle with not throwing my hands at the ball, especially when I'm driving, because you just want to hit the ball as far as you can. I've been golfing for 18 months. So I would call myself still relatively new. My best score is a 92. I think that's okay for someone that's been golfing for 18 months. Like, I think it's on pace. I don't think I'm like ahead of the curve or anything, but I think I'm doing all right. All right, minute and a half. Here we go. Let's get ready to lock in. Get the monster ready. No monster today. I had a coffee. I had a coffee on the way to work. A coffee right now. I'm not going to go coffee monster. I can't afford to have a heart attack live on camera. They would ban me from YouTube. I just followed you, Trey. Thank you, George. I appreciate that, my friend. I like Instagram because I like making like 30 to 60 second videos like this. I don't know. It's just fun to do. Week. Already decided to join the annual plan? Great, George. I'm glad you found enough value in your first month that you decided to sign up for the annual plan. Thank you. I'll just do a really quick shout out. It'll take me, we got 30 seconds till market open. If you guys are interested in this scanner, my website is called daytradingstrategies.net. You can access the scanner, obviously, from this website. You get a scanner that updates 4 times a second. Super fast, with live news, with live audio readouts, with market replay for $45 a month, or only $400 for 12 months. That's a long time to have access to real-time stock data. It's a really, really good value, put it that way. Daytradingstrategies.net. Anyway, here we go. Markets are now open. I will lock in here. So what we're looking for is heavy volume stocks on the moving now. It's going to take a second for obviously the volume to get high enough. YMAT, Yankee Mike Alpha Tango, penny stock, but good volume, small float. Bought the annual subscription a few weeks ago. I love it. Thank you, David. CRCD, Charlie Romeo, Charlie Delta, heavy volume, small float. IREZ, India Romeo Echo Zulu. IREZ, CRCD.
LITX.
A lot of low volume stuff coming in. A huge float, but KEEL is trading heavy volume. Huge float, though. Oh, ODYS, this is your pre-market top gainer. Getting a strong open. Oscar Delta Yankee Sierra. Looks like it's halted, actually. ODYS. Looks like we ripped right into a volatility halt here. 330 viewers. Good morning, everybody. If you haven't already, if you could take the half second, I understand you're probably trading now, but if you take the half second to hit the like button. CRCD, Charlie Romeo, Charlie Delta. This is the one we talked about right out of open, getting a nice push. Once again, obviously, the beauty of the real-time stock scanner, you're getting to see everything that's moving live and in real time. JZXN. Juliet Zulu X-ray November. Is J Juliet? What is J? Juliet doesn't sound right. Maybe it is. Qualcomm? Wow.
MUU.
It's not often. Listen, the scanner isn't only small float stocks. It will show anything. It's not very often that you have a stock the size of Qualcomm moving enough to hit the scanner. Oh, it is Juliet. Okay, thanks, guys. MEHA, Mike Echo Hotel Alpha. I guess I didn't click it.
LITX.
LITX. Lima India Tango X-ray, expensive stock, but small float. Obviously, like every stock hitting the scanner right now is new because the market's just open. MEHA continuing. Mike Echo Hotel Alpha. Penny stock. Wow. Dude, SOXL is hitting the scanner. That is this is leveraged semiconductors. That must mean NVIDIA is flying. Yes.
GSIT.
NVIDIA, huge green candle out of open. AAOI, multi-day runner.
LITX.
Alpha Alpha Oscar India. We've been watching this one for a while.
GSIT.
Qualcomm continues to hit the scanner. That's crazy to me. That is a
LITX.
over 1 billion float company that is trading over 3+% in 2 minutes. That's crazy.
GSIT.
I'm telling you guys, it's not often you see
AAOX.
1 billion float companies on the scanner. Qualcomm is getting a move there. All right, what we got?
LITX.
LITX continuing, one we've been talking about. DGXX, I remember this one from a couple days ago, I think.
AAOX. LITX.
Delta Golf X-Ray X-Ray.
AAOX.
It's continuing to watch for heavy volume stocks here. There goes DGXX.
GSIT.
NVIDIA,
MUU.
Micron, Qualcomm, all moving. Yeah, dude. If SOXL is hitting the scanner, semiconductors must be very, very strong. They mentioned Qualcomm on the squawk this morning. Good.
AAOX.
I'm telling you, man, Benzinga squawk. Worth its weight in gold. JZXN, this is a pre-market gainer, obviously.
AAOX. ACH.
Did ODYS reopen? Not
AAOX.
yet. ODYS should be
ACH.
reopening in at 9:36:13.
IREZ.
ODYS will reopen. If it's a 5-minute halt, assuming it's going to be a 5-minute halt.
ACH. AAOX. ACH.
NVTS, November Victor Tango Sierra, but big float stock though. CRCD, this is one we've been talking about this morning, continuing to hit the scanner. Nice. This is one we talked about right out of open. CRCD, it was hitting the scanner sub 320, now trading at 360.
GSIT.
If that's not value, I don't know what is, chat. Moves like that are, why you need the scanner, why you have the scanner. Excuse me. Once again, isn't it like beautiful
ACH.
to be able to watch what stocks are moving out of open rather than just what you would normally be doing, just staring at the top gainers, hoping one moves? That's what most traders do, right? Load in the top gainers and hope one moves. You don't have to hope. When you have a tool like this, you don't have to hope. You know, hey, I can see every stock that's moving right now and I can go quickly look at them, and it really, really helps your trading. CRCD continuing. ODYS in 40 seconds. Let's go watch this. Let's go watch this on Holt. Obviously, keeping an eye on the scanner too, but I want to see what this stock does. Once again, at 9:36:13, this thing should reopen. 20 seconds. It's tripled since then. Dang, good job, man. You started with a $300 account, started using my scanner, and you've tripled it. Thank you very much, dude. Congratulations, man. Tripling your account is nuts, no matter what the size is. All right, 2 seconds. ODYS open. There it is. Ooh. Very volatile. All right. Very, very volatile reopen out of the hole. Down so far. It did open, like it opened up slightly and then just, oh. Ooh. All buys and sells are at the close of the candle, Cheryl. Yeah, gross. Into down halt. ODYS. Nasty. EZGO. Echo Zulu Golf Oscar. Penny stock. Hyper penny stock. It's 6 cents. Super penny stock. What is the best way to move from monthly to annual? You can just hit the green button on the website and sign up for the annual plan. Then just make sure that you also go into your account. So you click on this little guy up here in the top right. Make sure you go in there and make sure you cancel your monthly account too. That way you're not being double charged. But yeah, you can just go into this and sign up to the annual plan if you would like to. If you'd like to upgrade. Thank you for doing so. I'm glad you found enough value out of your month to want to upgrade. That's kind of the move, right? Like you sign up for a month. It's what the risk is $45, like boo-hoo, you know what I mean? Then if it works for you, if you like it, then you sign up for the annual. If it doesn't, then you cancel and you move on with your life, right? And what? I mean, you got to access a month of real-time stock data for $45. Like,
TRAW.
What's the worst thing that can happen is you're out $45, you know? Motherfuckers will risk like $500 every trade they take, but not buy a $45 premium tool, you know? Hey, listen, it's funny because I can be empathetic to that. I'll risk thousands of dollars in a day trade, but question whether I should buy a $30 t-shirt. You know what I mean? MEHA, another penny stock, but heavy volume, heavy volume. Michael Echo Hotel Alpha. Plus 10 on the cuss counter. T-Raw, wasn't this one from Friday too? I think I remember this ticker. Yeah. Tango Romeo Alpha Whiskey. Getting a big push though again. Secondary move from the move on Friday. Two more people just signed up to the website. Thank you very much. Assuming you're in here. I assume you are. Thank you. Appreciate you. We average, like the website's been averaging like 12 to 15-ish new signups a day recently. It's been, you know, the scanner is starting to catch on. People are, you know, it's starting to become popular, which is obviously dope. AAOX is really small float. Alpha Alpha Oscar X-ray. Have we been talking about this one? It must have hit the scanner earlier too. Oh, maybe not. It's been trading relatively light volume and just got a really heavy volume bar, so maybe not. How do you input the RSI rate of change? On my website, you just import it. I can't go to an incognito window because I need to be logged in. Here, I'll show you quickly. So on my website, you go to, obviously, once you're signed up, you can't access this for free. But once you sign up, you also get access to all my codes. So custom trading codes, Thinkorswim. Obviously, you would go into strategies and you would go into day trading strategies and you would find the RSI rate of change. But Sand's giving you that one for free. Every single code on the website comes with one of these TOS share links. All you do is you copy that URL. In your Thinkorswim application, you go to the settings cog in the top right, open shared item, paste, preview, and import. It's that easy. It's like 3 mouse clicks in 5 seconds, and you can have any and all of the 150 plus codes imported into your Thinkorswim. Then obviously you just turn it on from your edit studies like anything else. Like I just imported DTS Bollinger break. There it is. That easy. I think AAOX is an ETF for AAOI. Oh, that makes sense.
WYFI.
That does make sense, Stackham.
AAOX.
Is AAOX like a 2X of AAOI? Isn't it funny that they started doing that? It's funny that they started making, yeah, you can you can see that when you hover over it. Shift plus hover, you can see AAOX is an ETF.
AAOX.
It's funny that they started making like ETFs that track individual stocks, like leveraged ETFs of individual stocks. Isn't there one for Tesla? It's like TSLF or something.
GSIT.
Something like that. It's like the first one I remember seeing was Tesla, I think. All right, boys and girls, what else we got going on? AAOI and AAOX, obviously, but they are, you know, they are expensive. Oh, TSLL it is. Gotcha. Yep, there it is. This is the first one I remember seeing.
WYFI.
TSLQ, TSDD. It's funny. Bunch of them now, huh? Wi-Fi? That's a fun ticker. What is this company? Bit Digital. They've got the ticker symbol Wi-Fi. WYFI. GSIT, Gulf Sierra India Tango. Nice. 1 million shares of volume. Nothing, you know, not going absolutely crazy or anything, but maybe worth keeping an eye on. BTBT. That's a big Bitcoin stock.
TRAW.
I recognize that ticker. BTBT. Bravo Tango. Bravo Tango. T-Raw continuing. Tango Romeo Alpha Whiskey. This is once again the move that was hot on Friday, continuing to push now. A bunch of you all just follow me on Instagram again. Shout out to all you. Imens, Dan, Cal, Mitch, Tiberium. Thank you guys for following me on Instagram. I appreciate you. Okay. T-Raw, very nice. It's not going like, this looks insane. It's a 30% move, which in like the grand scheme of the stock market is insane. But when you only consider low float stocks, is not that crazy. There will be days, I promise you all, like it really hasn't happened in a while. Honestly, like the natural state of the small cap gauge is in the red. Like the market isn't normally really hot. It would be nice if it was, but the whole reason why having the small cap gauge is so nice is so that when we do have those few weeks this year that the small cap gauge is in the green, you will know that, you'll be able to visualize that, and you'll be able to trade accordingly. But there will be days where there are multiple stocks like up over 300+%. Just, we're not there right now, so watching a stock up 30% is still interesting. Thanks for the scanner, monthly for now. Hey, glad you're finding value, Atkins. CRCL, this is Circle, has heavy volume, but is also a large float stock though, CRCL. No, really low volume, don't care. All right, that was a fun, listen, you've still got me till 10:30. You've got me for another 45 minutes. That was a pretty fun opening 15 minutes there. Got to shout out a lot of stuff. What is wow. Dog. Nvidia was red on the morning at open, like relatively deep, I think. Yeah, it was. Nvidia opened down 0.6%. It was pretty deep, like for a large cap stock, that's pretty big red. Now up 1.7% on the day. What? What is going on in semiconductor land? I mean, look, I own Nvidia. I can't complain about this. I own a handful of Nvidia.
TRAW.
I made a video. The day I bought Nvidia, I made a YouTube video about it.
WYFI.
What day was it? It was one of these big collapse days.
TRAW.
I didn't buy the very bottom, of course. I think I bought like 110. Here, I can tell you in just a second. I can tell you in just a second. Actually, can I tell you? Because I've added to my position since then. I should be able to go back and find my initial order. Do I feel like doing all that? Maybe not. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Let's focus on the live stream. But yeah, I made a video where I bought Nvidia. I think it was at like 110. I think I bought Nvidia around 110, and I've been adding to the winner ever since then. So I'm not complaining. It's very nice. Wow. IONX just grinding its way up. India Oscar November X-ray, light volume. This might be that might be an ETF of IONL. I don't know. They're both moving the same and they both look like the same ticker. They both have pretty light volume too though. What's up with ODYS? Is it halted? It was halted. Did it halt again or is it still halted? Yeah, it's still halted. Oh, it must be a 10-minute halt. If you can't see the time in sales like that, that means it's already past the 5-minute halt. Halted at 9:36. So it's either about to open or it's going to be a 15-minute halt. Oh, look. Wow. Good timing. Opened way down. That's why I was past a 5-minute halt, by the way. Because the stocks halt for another 5 minutes if the reopen is going to be outside of the halt guidelines again. Like it opened so far down, like it opened 6% down. It's like that would have been outside of the guideline. That would have been another halt. So they just leave it halted.
WYFI.
ODYS, big draw down there. Bouncing, trying, topping tail now, no longer bouncing. We'll see. When you mention low float, what is considered low float? Under 5 mil? No, I consider low float under 50 mil. I consider low float. Under 5 mil, I would call micro float. I call those stocks micro float stocks. Now, those aren't like literal definitions. It's a little bit subjective, right? It's a little bit up to you. But that's sort of how I reference it. We're ready for the new June 4th PDT change. So Charles Schwab, I need to, speaking of my Instagram, I need to make a reel on that soon. Charles Schwab has announced that their change is coming June 8th. They made a tweet a couple weeks ago that said on June 8th, they will no longer be considering the PDT rule in their accounts. Still stuck on TRAW.
TRAW.
It looks like a good stock to be stuck in. Look at it continuing to push now. TRAW just hit the scanner again at 295.
DXYZ.
Hitting the scanner again. Tango Romeo Alpha Whiskey. This is one we've been talking about all morning. Once again, a hot stock from Friday. Stock that was explosive Friday in pre-market. Pushing up above $3 now. Very nice. Very good, very good. Dan, thank you for following me on Instagram. Appreciate you, my friend.
TRAW.
TRAW continuing to hit the scanner. Once again, you got re-alerted on this at like 290. Now up to 313, 314. Is ODYS rolling it all back over? Yeah. Oh, it's halted again. Gross. ODYS rolling it all back over. Listen, hey, for people that might be brand new to the channel today, first off, hello, welcome, good morning. My name is Trey. I've been day trading stocks for 10 years. That doesn't mean I know everything, but it means I know more than most people. What do I say all the time about basically any stock hitting the scanner? They are all larger picture dog shit. Right? None of these are good stock. Like, go to the daily chart on all of these stocks. This is awful looking. Go to ODYS. Awful looking. Go to MEHA, POM. I'm just typing in tickers I see. They're all just awful stocks for the most part. 95% of these stocks are going to have awful daily charts. The goal is like, the goal for these trades is never like to buy and to look for like a longer term hold. No, like, your job is to be a surfer, right? Your job is to find the start of the wave, which is what the scanner is for. Find the start of the wave and ride that short-term wave for as long as it wants to provide to you, right? We're not looking for like diamonds in the rough here. We're not performing fundamental analysis and looking for really good companies. We are understanding that all of these companies suck. They're all going to sell it all back off. It is our job to attempt to take advantage of the short-term bullish volatility, like the flash pan bullish volume that comes into these names, right? All that to say, like, the point why I'm saying all this is that ODYS, like, selling it all back off should hopefully not be super surprising to anybody. It was a $4 stock. It ripped to 13 plus, which is dope. It'll be a $4 stock again within the next few days. It'll be a $4 stock again. That is just the very, very normal life cycle of these low float movers. So please, we're not buying and like holding these names, right? We are understanding that they are bad companies, and we're just taking advantage of the flash pan moves that we get offered sometimes. If we're able to find them fast enough, which we are using a real-time stock scanner such as this one.
INOD.
$100 stock hitting the audio alert. FCEL is what I'm looking at now.
TRAW.
Foxtrot Charlie Echo Lima. TRAW continues. I guess I should go look at this one, huh? Tango Romeo Alpha Whiskey just continues. Short squeeze. Yeah, exactly. Karen, that's a big reason why their flash pan bullish moves are so strong, is because they are so heavily shorted, right?
GSIT.
So not only is it obviously buyers stepping into these names like you and I, but also like big money shorts. Like a lot of big traders, like especially the, big investment kind of like big bank traders and stuff that have the ability to long-term short these things, make a lot of money by shorting the shitty stocks in the stock market. Honestly, that's what a lot of like institutional level, like investors type things do. They short the shit, right? So like when the shit gets a big move like this, a lot of buying power gets added to the move because shorts are forced to cover too, right? Which a short covering is the same thing as a buy. POM, big candle. Yes. Sort of random penny stock pop. I wouldn't get super excited about that, but why couldn't I buy some stocks like ODYS? You need to reach out to them, my friend. Ezra, you need to reach out to Thinkorswim. Just click on this little headphone gadget here. You can just chat with them. You don't even have to call them. You can just chat with them. Basically tell them that you want to trade low float stocks. They will give you like some document you need to e-sign that is like, I'm cool with trading crap, basically. I understand the risk of trading crap. You sign that, and I think they tell you within 24 hours you'll be good to go. And you can trade, like ODYS like was tradable on Thinkorswim this morning if you have signed that agreement. Most recent high still stuck on T-Roll? If yours looks different than mine, it's because of your filters. Like INOD is $100 stock. So if you have your price, if you had your filter down, you wouldn't see INOD. Short the shit. Yeah, dude. There's a quote out there. I don't know who said it. I wish maybe I can find it. But like, it's something along the lines of, if you're not shorting the bad companies, then you're missing out on half the opportunity provided by the market. Right? Like there's a good side of the market and there's a bad side of the market. In some ways, and I can't speak to this factually, like I can't be empathetic to this because I've never done it, but I've always sort of talked about wanting to, and maybe I will. Maybe it might be an interesting YouTube series, although not really, because YouTube videos about shorting don't ever do well because most people don't short. But in some ways, I think it's like easier to short companies because every company is going to zero, right? Like the natural progression of a company is to nothing. It takes a lot of effort to make a company grow, a lot of effort. And when that effort either stops or begins to slow, the company is going to zero. NVIDIA, one day will go out of business. Now, is that going to be 5 years from now, or is it going to be 150 years from now? Who knows, right? But like the point is everything eventually will go to zero. So like when you can find these companies that are already in really, really hard downtrends, it seems like those companies stay in those downtrends much easier than strong companies stay in their uptrends. Does that make sense? Like Snapchat just sucks. I made a lot of money shorting Snapchat, which is why I bring this up. I say a lot of money. I mean, it was a few $1,000s. I didn't have a very large bankroll at the time. At the time, it was a lot of money. Right now, it wouldn't be that much money for me. But I shorted Snapchat like here. Actually, I can tell you the exact day I shorted Snapchat. It was this day. Snapchat got a massive, massive bounce. I got short in like the upper 30s, and I made a bunch of money on it. The stock was already down from the 80s, right? The stock dropped from the 80s to the 30s, and I shorted it, and I made a bunch of money. Because it's a dead company. I mean, Snapchat is a dying company. It has been for years, and it especially was back then. And even since then, it's got, it went down to $4. You know what I mean? Like companies that are bad almost always continue to be bad. I really like a short on Nike right now. I've actually been saying this for, like, believe it or not, you might have take my word for it. I might have some tweets on it. I don't really care enough to go look, but I've been talking about shorting Nike for a while now. Like Nike's been a dying company, at least stock market wise. You can think what you want about the actual company, but the stock has been dying for a long time. Growth on Nike stopped like 4 years ago. The revenue and sales per share of Nike stopped growing 4 years ago. They've been hurting really bad ever since. I've been talking about shorting this thing in like the 80s. It had already dropped from like 170, 180 down to 80. And I'm still like, yeah, this thing is likely going to continue down, right? And now it's in the 40s. Wow, it's really red today. Just to reiterate, the point I'm getting at is that I do think it's easier to like short the shit, as we were saying. Last week I bought $25 worth of a $3 stock. 5 minutes later, we were a 20-cent stock. Hey, something else I say a lot on this YouTube channel, volatility is a double-edged sword.
DXYZ.
Right? Low float is not inherently bullish. Low float just means inherently volatile. If stocks can go up very fast, that also means they can go down very fast. Volatility just provides opportunity. It doesn't mean stock going to go up a lot. My P-brain couldn't figure that out. Well, that's always the case. So the scanner is a website, right? Like it's hosted on a virtual machine. It will never, ever be different for anybody. Like that's just won't ever happen. We're all looking at the same thing. So if you do see something different, it's always because like you're filtered down differently than somebody else. That would be the only reason why. When shorting, are the borrowing costs higher for these low float names? Almost always, yes, Rich. It depends on your brokerage, right? Like your brokerage sets those fees, but almost always, yes. Do you have like hard to borrow fees, etc.? But you can lose an infinite amount of money shorting? No, you can't. Like, okay, so shorting low float stocks, like shorting JZXN, extremely, extremely risky, especially overnight. Shorting a low float stock overnight, extremely risky. But like shorting Snapchat overnight or shorting Nike overnight, it's no different than holding it long overnight. Like Snapchat and Nike are not going to go up 100% overnight. It's just not going to happen.
GAUZ.
Right? I mean, never say never, right? But yeah, like real short, like shorting real stocks is no riskier than longing them. Once again, not true for low float stocks. Low float stocks shorting very risky. Yes, but that's like people get this in their head. Oh, you can lose an infinite amount of money shorting. Why the hell would you do that? Right? If Nike jumps up 10%, I'm going to get stopped out of my short the same way I would get stopped out of my long if it went down 10%. Right? Why you're not forced to hold your short while something goes up 300%. You can still get stopped out, right? So no, like, can you literally lose infinite money? Yeah, but like in practice, no, you can't, right? Do you do this every morning? Mondays and Fridays. Every Monday and Friday morning, I am live 1 hour before market open. We've been live since 8:30. You got me for another 30 minutes. Can Netflix get over 90 anytime soon? Didn't Netflix have like a hella bad earnings? Am I right in that? Yes, that was this, right? This drop here.
INOD.
This is something I've never, I mean, I'm sure I've talked about it, but I don't talk about it much. I'm a big kind of believer in, obviously on large float stock. Like this has nothing to do with low float day trading because who gives a shit? But in like swing trading large float stocks or investing, whatever you want to do, I'm a big believer in like going in the direction of the most recent earnings report reaction. Like Netflix just reported really bad earnings. At least the market reacted very negatively. I don't know what the actual numbers were, but the market had a really negative reaction to their earnings. So like I would be bearish on Netflix for this quarter. Does that make sense? Once again, does that mean that Netflix is going to go down all quarter? No, of course not. It's just the way I lean, you know what I mean? Scanner open with squawk. Not heard anything since 9 a.m. Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't been listening to. I can't listen to squawk on live stream. So glad I got out when it hit its high. Doing what you've been doing, explaining the last 10 minutes, going down. Oh yeah. T-Raw is an interesting one too because this doesn't have news today. Once again, this is kind of just like a secondary move off of the back of the news it got on Friday, which is like obviously fine. Like it obviously still provided opportunity, but you should sort of assume that, you know, secondary moves are going to fail at a higher rate than initial moves do. All right, I've been sort of like yapping for a little bit.
GLE.
Let's like lock back in. Is anything really moving worth talking about? IONX we talked about a little bit earlier. It grinding and it's continuing its grind. It is light volume though. Although, you know, it's a $65 stock. So 33,000 shares on a $65 stock may as well be, you know, 3 million shares on a penny stock. So I guess it's not that bad. What's the spread? Ooh, spread does look atrocious. Bid at 64.12. Ask was at like 64.40. Okay. That's not great. IONQ. Oh, okay. This is what I was looking for. IONX and IONL must be ETFs for IONQ. That must be what it is. Because I keep seeing IONX and IONL and like they're super light volume. Like what are these names? I just about guarantee you they are like 2x ETFs of IONQ. Gotcha. So here's if you're looking for a stock, like if you're looking for the grinder that has actual volume, so should have a much tighter spread. Yeah. Look at the spread on this stock, right? Spread on this stock is at the penny or 2 pennies. So like if you want to trade this grind, this is probably the name to go with, the actual source, IONQ here. BT continuing. We talked about this one earlier. Bravo Tango. Yeah, we talked about this one at like 193 earlier. Now trading up to 203. Once again, it's far from insane, but right now past 10 o'clock in the morning on a relatively slow market day. I mean, it's been fine. It's not been like an awful day or anything, but also nothing is going too berserk. GLE. Looks like a chat room pump and dump. No volume into like a random explosion of volume with no news. Looks very chat room pump and dumpy. Ooh, someone signed up to the annual plan. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I hope you enjoy the next 12 months of access to real-time stock data. Isn't that correct? 12 months of access to this scanner. That's nuts. Think of everything like we've already talked about with this scanner. It's only been out for 4 months. I released this scanner on January 14th, 15th, whatever. January 15th, I released this scanner. It's only been out for 4 months. You can get access to 12 months of it for $400. It's crazy. FCEL, Foxtrot Charlie Echo Lima. LLY moving, Lily. Isn't this Eli Lilly? This is a drug company, right? Or am I pretty sure it is?
AAOX.
What's like Novavax doing of the back of this like new virus scare stuff? Are these stocks starting to move at all? Yes. Novavax strong last 4 days. Moderna, yeah, strong last couple of days. These the same coronavirus vaccine stocks are starting to move again with this new whatever the hell they're calling it, hantavirus. Something to keep an eye on. I very much doubt they make the same kind of move they made during Corona, but never say never. There goes Charlie. Oh, did Charlie just say something finally? I mean, there's not really been a lot going on. Not really been a lot for him to talk about, I guess. Charlie doesn't yap as much as I yap. He sticks to just reading out what's important. He's not yapping like me. Why do you watch the RSI? That is a great question, my friend. The best way to answer that, I'm a systematic trader, meaning that I don't live analyze charts, right? Like I'm not thinking like, should I get in this trade or should I get in this trade? I have objective reasons for why I enter and why I exit. I'm also very much a continuation trader. It's just the way that I see the market the best. I'm a big believer in buying high, selling higher. Once again, I don't think that's the only way to make money. It's just how I make money. So what I needed was a way to objectively define strength. Like I need to objectively define, hey, this is a strong candle. The best way that I have been able to do that so far is by using the RSI, but probably not in any way that you've ever been taught about the RSI. I don't care what the value is. I don't care if the RSI is overbought or oversold or whatever the hell. All I care about is the rate of change. I care about the difference, right? You can see that here. You see RSI diff is 9.5. That means that this candle's RSI value is 75. The previous candle was 65. So an RSI difference of about 10 means that this is a very big green candle, right? It actually does two very important things. One, it means this is a very big green candle. So that's how I am able to objectively define strength. And two, and why, excuse me, I got something in my throat while I'm talking. Pause. And two, why I like using the RSI for this is that it moves sort of like logarithmically, right? Like as RSI gets closer to 100, it moves up slower. So it also, at the same time as defining big green candles, it also keeps you from chasing. Like if the stock is already up a bunch, if it's already been moving a bunch, and then it gets another big green candle, you're not going to buy that because the RSI isn't going to have a rate of change high enough, right? Anyway, it's a long answer to your short question. That's why I like using the RSI. There goes POM, by the way.
INOD.
What's the phonetic for P? Is it Paul? It's not Paul. Is it Paul? Phonetic for P. Oh, Papa. Duh. Papa Oscar Mike. Yeah, Papa guy. Papa Oscar Mike. That's weird. P is not a letter I have to say a lot. Is there not a lot of P's in stock charts? Or? Yeah. Dip. A bunch of you guys following me on Instagram today. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Papa John's. Dude, what is happening to me? Like I just got allergies in my office or something. PL. INOD continues to hit. Yeah, wow. This thing has been hitting the scanner all morning. Technology company in the US. Been hitting the scanner all morning. Just once again, like it's not explosive. I mean, it's a very expensive stock. Pretty low float actually. 31 million share float. Up 31%, just continuing its grind up. India, November, Oscar, Delta. Can you give an opinion on SanDisk? No, I don't give opinions on stocks because I have no idea what they're doing. I do like, I mean, I've been saying that for 6 months now that I like SanDisk a lot. I like this sector of the company. Let me put it to you that way. AI memory, obviously required for everything. I've been liking this stock for a long time. I will be very honest with you. I tell you guys that I don't tell you my trades. I don't tell you my trades, but I'll just be straightforward with you. I never bought SanDisk. I won't sit here and pretend that I made a lot of money on it. I never bought the stock, but I have liked it for a long time. Why have I never bought it? It's just one of those things, isn't it? Isn't it one of those things where you just look back and you're like, I like this stock, so why the hell didn't I buy it? Right? Can't we all say that probably about like 10 stocks in the market right now? But yeah, I have no idea what it's going to do, Jimmy, but yeah, I like the sector. I like the space. CPER. Light volume. Ugh. Very light volume. Too hard to call the top. I mean, look, yeah, we were just talking about shorting. Like, listen, I mean, just like the same way I buy. Like, once again, I'm a believer in continuing trends rather than trend reversals. I talked about the two shorts that I like. Well, actually, the two big shorts that I took in my life. One was Snapchat, and I shorted it in the high 30s after it had already dropped from 80. Right? Like, I'm not looking to time the top one moves, just like I'm not looking to time the bottom one moves. I also made a lot of money shorting. No, not Moderna. Novavax. I made a lot of money shorting Novavax too. I was telling everybody I could. Some people that used to watch my Twitch streams might remember in 2021, I was telling everybody I could that Novavax is the worst stock in the stock market. Just extremely, extremely overvalued. And I made a bunch of money shorting this too once it began to crack. But once again, I waited for the crack, right? There's no need to like try to time the top. Like these stocks that get hyper overvalued, like you have no idea where it's going to stop. But once it cracks, there's still a ton of meat on the bones, right? Like once it begins to move down, once it hits like 110, 120 after it was at 270, guess what? That's fine. It still went to freaking $10, right? There's still a lot of meat on the bones. You don't have to be the one. You don't have to be the first in. Once again, just like with longing, like when you're buying stocks, you don't have to be the first in, last out. Your goal probably shouldn't be to be the first in, last out. Just because, will it happen sometimes? Yes, sometimes you'll get lucky and it'll happen, but you will never build a strategy that consistently makes you the first one in and the last one out. And chasing that goal will just lose you money because you're chasing perfection when you don't need to, right? But once stocks begin to move, there will still be opportunity to make money on them, right? You don't have to try to like time to get in before the move. Like you're just going to lose a lot of money and you're going to miss a lot of opportunity trading like that.
DXYZ.
Six new customers today. Thank you guys. Assuming most of you guys are in the live stream. Thank you for signing up to the scanner. I appreciate you. And hey, if you like don't want to sign up to the scanner or whatever it is for any reason, there is a completely free version of the scanner available as well. Like you can also go to daytradingstrategies.net, and before you sign up, this button is a free scanner. No credit card required, and you still get the live updating top 20 gainers today list. Now, you don't get the moving now, you don't get the news, you don't get any of the audio stuff, you don't get the gauge, the filters, the this, that, and the other. But you still get a live updating top 20 gainers today. You can still sort it by volume. You can still sort it by float.
IONX.
It's still very powerful for free. Like it's definitely something you should be, I think it's a little bit asinine to not take advantage of a free tool like that. What's your Instagram account to follow? Same as my YouTube, Trading Stocks. Same name.
INOD.
I just posted a reel this morning.
WYFI.
Just posted a new clip this morning.
WYFI.
Go check it out and follow. Appreciate you. JZXN continues to try to fight. This was a big mover from this morning. Juliet Zulu X-Ray November. Is there a way to use the RSI without actually having it buy and sell? Yeah, it doesn't, Brian. You don't have to worry about the strategies like actually messing with your account. Strategies in Thinkorswim aren't placing real money trades. You still have to take these trades manually. They just show you live and in real time where you would get in and where you would get out, as well as they automate the data gathering process and backtesting. So like when you're building, testing, and optimizing trading strategies, if you use code in this way, you no longer have to like manually go back and find everywhere you would have gotten in, find everywhere you would have gotten out.
GSIT.
It takes the time frame of building a profitable trading strategy from like months to days using code like this does. You will have 2 customers. I'm going to pay for my friend and I. That's nice, Sean. You're buying your friend a subscription? That's dope. That'll be cool because then you guys can like, you guys can like be in a chat together, like talking about what you see hitting the scanner. That'll be a lot of fun. Your product sold me. Glad, my friend. Hey, listen, I mean, there's over 5,800 people that have signed up to the scanner. Like, it's not like you guys are getting in on some like, I don't know, early, BS or anything. Like, this is a lot of people have already signed up to this, and there's a lot of positive reviews coming in about it.
WYFI.
They don't take into account slippage? They do. They do in that they buy and sell the close of the candle, right? Slippage is a non-factor unless, listen, slippage is a massive factor if you are building strategies that are price dependent, right? Like if you build a breakout, say you build a breakout strategy that enters when it breaks the highest high of the last 20 candles. So like the strategy would have gotten in at 120. Then slippage is a massive problem because the strategy gets in at a specific price point. And like you are not always going to be able to do that, especially on breakouts because the stock is moving fast. But I specifically build my strategies to enter and exit the close of the candle for that reason. They're not price dependent.
DXYZ.
You just sell the close of the candle, which is like sometimes you get worse fills, but also sometimes you get better fills in the strategy. Slippage is a non-factor for almost all the strategies I have ever built. I have built some price-dependent strategies, but you sort of find when you build those and then you begin real money trading them that like, oh shit, maybe this doesn't work so well, right? But with once again, with strategies that enter or exit the close of the candle, it's a non-factor. Why are only half the subs in the Discord? Because it was just like a month ago that I opened up the Discord to everybody. For the first 2 years of my business, the Discord was only for annual members. I just decided not that long ago to open it up to everybody. Now, annual members, like if you sign up for the annual plan, you still get lifetime access to the Discord. So that's still the big bonus of the annual plan. Like the monthly plan, if you unsubscribe, you will get kicked from the Discord. You'll have your roles removed at least. But yeah, that's why. Lucid? Is Lucid moving? Wait, no? Are you just saying you think Lucid is going to move? I've been very bearish on Lucid for a long time. I hate to tell you, this is another stock that did they split or something? I don't remember them being this expensive back here. Did Lucid split? Lucid reverse split. I feel like they did. Lucid 1 for 10, August 29th. Okay, yeah, they did. Wait. Yes, they did. August 29th, they 1 for 10 reverse split. That makes sense. I was like, Lucid was not $200 in 2022. But yeah, I've been bearish on Lucid for a while. I know it's just we've kind of had a lot of conversation about shorting today. It's just another company that has been failing for a long time, and I'm like, they're probably going to continue to fail. And they have. They have. Once again, in no way did I time the top, but you don't need to time the top. Right? When shorting the shit, your goal is not to time the top of the move. It's to find bad stocks and ride the wave, right? Now, once again, I will be completely candid with you. I never shorted Lucid. I never made any money on it. But now, Snapchat and Novavax, those are the two big companies that I did make money shorting. They're really two of the only shorts I've ever taken. I've never really shorted a lot. It's never really been part of my investing strategy, but maybe it should be more. Any opinion on Tesla? I don't like Tesla, which is funny because I own one. I own a Tesla, but I am not a Tesla fanboy. I don't like Tesla because they're just not growing. Let me pull this up. Tesla stock PS ratio macro trends. Let me pull this up. They haven't been growing for a while, right? Oh my gosh, go away. Go away. Look at the trailing 12 months net EPS. Been coming down since 2024. Even though the price has been going up, their EPS is going down. And then if we go to the price to sales ratio, holy hell, there's a lot of ads on this website.
NVTS.
If we go to the price to sales ratio, dog, for real? Their sales per share has also not been growing since 2024. They are still like, it's a company that is trading at growth rate multiples while not growing. It is a company that the market is pricing in massive forward expectations for while it is not growing. Can you, dude, this website is pissing me off. It's like slowing my computer down. There's so many ads, dog. Jeez Louise, it's ridiculous. But yeah, I don't like Tesla. Maybe the market's right and I'm wrong. I mean, listen, there's a good chance it is. The market knows better than I do. Just personally, like from my own investing standpoint, my own investing rules, I wouldn't be buying Tesla. Now, at the same token, what have we been talking about? I also wouldn't short Tesla, right? Until it cracks. Like until Tesla's trading at like less than $200 a share, I'd also have no interest in shorting it here either, right? Because once again, I'm not trying to top tick these moves. It's just, you know, it's simply a no position for me. Vibes plus musketeers. Well, Tesla's got huge plans for the future. They've had huge plans for the future for 10 years. And most of them have not come true. Elon Musk said he'd have his robo-taxis out like 4 years ago. Hasn't come true. He said he would have like his, well, this doesn't have to do with Tesla. This is his boring company. It's just a separate company. But like, he said he would have like tunnels under every major city. I think it's like only in Vegas and maybe one other city. Elon Musk says a lot of things. He also does a lot of things. I'm not going to say that Elon Musk is like a failure or doesn't, like he does a lot of really impressive stuff too. But I think he very much walks a very like the line of, he does so much impressive shit that he's allowed to say insane shit that also doesn't come true. Does that make sense? Where's the Tesla Roadster? The Tesla Roadster was supposed to come out, 10 years ago and just never did. He took like security deposits on the Tesla Roadster and then never delivered it. You know what I mean? He's an interesting guy from the fact that he has probably done more than any other business owner alive, but he also has a lot of failed promises. So it's a weird, like Tesla's a weird place, right? Very, very impressive, obviously, company and CEO, but also, right. Timing is off, yeah. Like I said, I own a Tesla. I drive my Performance Model 3 every day. I love it. I love my Tesla. I think it's the best. I think a Tesla is the best car you can buy. I honestly believe that. I mean, it's why I bought one. But I don't like the stock. I'm one of the maybe rare Tesla owners that is not a Tesla fanboy. I know we're sort of yapping. Obviously, like, listen, like the beauty of having a scanner like this is you can sort of half be paying attention and know that like you're still catching all the opportunities in the market, right? Like we can sort of sit here and yap and like know that we're not missing out on anything. There's just not really a lot moving. Try a Lucid, one of the best. I love the way Lucids look. I think Lucids look way better than Teslas. They look awesome. I've never been in one though. I would never buy a Lucid just because they're a failing company, right? Like I don't expect Lucid to be around in 5 years. It's the same reason why I was actually like really, really considering, like I was, once the truck that my wife drives, once that it breaks down, like once we need to buy a new truck, I was going to buy the F-150 Lightning. But now they stopped making them. So now, of course, I'm not going to buy one because like it's got to be so hard to find parts and service, etc. if they're not making them anymore. I really don't like the Cybertruck. The Cybertruck is gross. I like the Rivian trucks. Rivian is another one though. It's like, is Rivian going to be around in 5 years? I think they're in a better position than Lucid, but I still don't think they're in a great position. Slow day. Yeah, I mean, I've seen worse. I've also seen way better. It's been, the pre-market was pretty fun. We had two stocks in pre-market. We had ODYS. ODYS was very fun. I mean, as soon as I went live, we were talking about ODYS and we were talking about why I was hyper bullish on it because the news was so impressive, right? The news was both defense and AI. That is a double buzzword news article. So we talked about how this one had a high likelihood to go up, and it did. It flew. And then we had was it JZXN? Yeah, JZXN as well. And this was another one, had a dollar sign and had $2 signs in the headline. That's another buzzword we talk about right now. So both of the stocks that moved this morning were on buzzword news that we've been talking about on this YouTube channel for weeks now. That is why studying news is so important. Knowing what news is causing stocks to move, I think is everything in day trading. I think it's everything. I really, really do. I think if you know that, like if you know what the news buzzwords are, you will absolutely be a better trader. Is it going to magically make you profitable? No, of course not, but it's certainly going to make you a better trader. And then obviously having a tool that allows you to see that news live and in real time as it comes out is also required, because who cares? Like, who cares if you know what the buzzwords are if you can't find the news fast enough to take the trade? A low mileage 04 Thunderbird. Listen, I'm not saying I think my Tesla is the coolest car. I think a lot of people hate on Teslas. It's like, they're so lame. Like, your electric car is so lame. It's like, listen, I agree. I agree if you drive like a cool car. Like, yeah, your Corvette and your Porsche are way cooler than my Tesla. Absolutely, 100%, man. Absolutely true. But like, also most people that hate on Teslas are like driving Honda Accords and RAV4s. It's like, bro, I hate to tell you, but my Performance Model 3 is way cooler than your RAV4. Right? I hate to tell you. Like, is it the coolest car in the world? No, of course not. But like, you know what I mean? WOK is hitting, but it's a penny stock that is way down on the day. Not interesting to me. Cybertruck looks like it was designed by Homer Simpson. It would be dope if Tesla would just make a normal truck. I'd buy it tomorrow. If Tesla just released a truck that looked like a Chevy 1500, 2500, I'd buy it tomorrow. I don't know why they had to make the fucking like ugliest car I've ever seen in my life as their truck. And I shut it down. Lots of round trip stocks today. Yeah, I mean, hey, look, listen. Another reason why having the scanner is so vital. You get the small cap gauge, right? You can see, hey, the small cap gauge is in the red. The market's probably not going to be super hot today. So you should adjust your trading accordingly.
JZXN.
And that has been true this morning, right? Like, it's been true all morning. That stocks have not really been flying. So hopefully those of you that have access to this scanner, or obviously you're watching this live stream today, you've adjusted your trading accordingly, because you've seen, I don't expect there to be insane moves today. JZXN hitting the most recent high. Pancake it and put a spoiler on it. JZXN, okay, trying. My first time in this chat. Good experience. Looking forward to the Discord. What's up, George? Thank you for signing up. I look forward to talking to you in the Discord. A lot of great conversation in the Discord, like all day. Listen, there are thousands of free chat rooms available. Obviously you can get free trading chat rooms anywhere. But if you've ever been in a free trading chat room, you know that I would argue they're almost like detrimental to beginner traders. There's so much bad advice. There's so much bad like time wasting conversation. Like people, traders that aren't taking it seriously, traders that have just started trading, all like trying to give advice. I think being in like a chat room where everybody has paid to be in it is super, super useful. You kind of know you're getting into a conversation only with people that are taking trading relatively seriously. You know what I mean? JZXN at all-time highs? Oh, no. Today, daily highs, Rooster. Not ATH, daily highs. Market was very green on Friday at closing in the 70s. You talking about the overall market? Yeah, I mean, the market is just face ripping, yeah. The S&P 500 is just whee at the high. Yeah, I got you. You got me excited. Like all-time highs. 15% in the last 2 minutes, JZXN. Well, when that alert was triggered. Third economical choice is the F-150. That's what we have. We've got the Tesla, and then we've got an F-150. I don't think I'll ever buy another Ford. This truck's pissed me off. I mean, I guess, it's another reason why owning a Tesla is so nice, or really, I guess any electric vehicles, there's just so much less that can go wrong. So much less to worry about, so much less to fix. We've had to fix so much shit on that F-150. Mostly, it's had a lot of heating problems. Like basically like every freaking, like the radiator, we've replaced like every tube. Like there's so many I don't know, so many overheating issues in that truck. Moving now section is cutting off some of the stock tickers. It might, if it's weird, like if your monitor is small, I would just suggest zooming out, right? Like you can zoom out. First off, I need to fix this. I know this happens when you zoom out. I know that I don't have a limit on the search news box when you zoom out. But yeah. Trey's next purchase is a private jet. I've looked into private jets, like not to buy. I don't have that kind of money yet. Wink, wink. It's a funny conversation of like, how much would you use it, right? Like, how much would you have to use it to make a, call it $7 million purchase plus like, obviously maintenance and what you have to pay the staff and pilots every flight, etc. You would have to use it so much just to make it worth like. If you fly a couple times a year, just go fly private if you want to, but you would have to fly so much to make buying a private jet worth it. But also like flying private is nuts. You guys ever looked into like flying private? It's so expensive. Like flying from Virginia to Florida first class is like, what are we? I don't even remember what we're paying. I think round trip, it's like $1,000 a seat, maybe less than that, whatever. No, wait, 1,000, that's not right. What the hell are we paying? I'm an idiot. But whatever it cost, say it cost $500 a seat, whatever it cost. It's like, wow, that's expensive. And then you look to flying private, it's like $25,000 one way. Like you know how pissed I would be once that plane lands? It's like a 3-hour flight, and the plane after the plane lands, you have the realization that you just spent $25,000 for that 3-hour flight. Even if you have the money, it's like, holy shit, dude. Like I don't know how much money I would have to be making for that to be like, for me to ever fly private. I don't know. It would have to be in the $10+ million a year range. Even then, I don't know. Flying first class is still pretty nice, right? Like, it's not, flying private can't be that, like, I'm sure it's way nicer. I've never done it. I'm sure it's way nicer, but is it $25,000 for 3 hours nicer? I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. That's crazy. Jetpack. Just get a jetpack, yeah. I can fly you in a Cessna. Let's go. You fit my family of 4 in your Cessna. That's the other thing about buying a private jet is I wouldn't buy one until I could afford. I wouldn't buy one until I could afford a turbojet. I would not like flying in a single engine plane. I've done it before. I don't like it. Single engine planes freak me out. My name is wait, didn't I set you up? I thought I set you up on Friday, Bez. Here, I will look. BEHZ. Yeah, you have access. This is you, right? That's you. It says you have the lifetime role. You should be able to see everything. You can't see this or what? You can't see the public text channels? You'd have to be flying all the time, yeah. You really like, I don't know. You would need to be like flying for work, right? Like you would have to like be flying somewhere every week for work to make a private jet worth it. That's you. I mean, let me try removing the role and re-giving it to you. Like I don't like if you have the role, you should be able to see everything. Doesn't make sense that you wouldn't be. How do I even remove the role? Oh, here. I'll just give you lifetime and monthly just to see. See if you can see now. Should be able. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to. You have the role attached to your account. Someone else just signed up to the website. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. If you guys are enjoying the real-time stock scanner, once again, you can get access to it for much cheaper than you're probably envisioning. Once again, it is 250 milliseconds slower than what you would get with a Benzinga terminal, which costs $25,000 a year, and mine costs $400 a year. Is 250 milliseconds of difference worth that price difference for you? I think it is. It's obviously up to you, but $400 a year or $45 a month, you get access to not only this scanner, but to all the trading codes and to the Discord as well. I have built what I honestly and truly believe to be the best like introduction, if not even past introduction, if not even just like the best in general, like package of premium trading tools. Like it's all the premium trading tools you would want. Maybe besides a journal, you probably want a premium journal as well. And maybe one day I'll build that. But outside of needing a premium trade journal, it's everything else you would need. The scanner, the Discord, the codes, and it's, $45 a month. Worth it.
AAOX.
Check mine. I got you. Trade does more than 250 milliseconds in usual day. The scanner works hard. Yep, you have access to Inner. You should. I see that you have the monthly roll attached to your account. I don't know why you guys would have the rolls and not be able to see the channels. It doesn't make any sense. Everybody else can. Like I've never seen that issue before. I'm not sure. Look at CLIK. Hello.
IONX.
Wow. This was like up huge in pre-market. Now down 15% on the day.
NVTS.
Rolled it all the way back off. Oh look, ODYS is hitting again. I would have no interest in trading this stock until it gets back up above these highs. Once again, I only trade the first move. And I only like to trade on the back of news as well. All right, guys, it's actually 10:42. I've gone 12 minutes over time here today. We're just sort of yapping about private jets and whatnot. We hit like 330 viewers today, which is sick. I think it's like my peak. It might be my peak viewership. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate all of you all for hanging out. Once again, go access the free scanner. If not, why not? At least go take advantage of the free scanner. Promo code. You can use discount code STREAM at checkout, Bez. STREAM. Hello? STREAM. Stream. All right, guys. Check out the scanner. Once again, at least go sign up for the free version. If you want to access all the bells and whistles, once again, daytradingstrategies.net. You can access all the bells and whistles, $45 a month. Buy 2 less Chipotle bowls this month, and you can afford a real-time stock scanner. It's got to be worth it, right? It's got to be worth $45 worth of risk. What's the worst thing that can happen? You sign up to the scanner, for some reason you hate it. You go and cancel your account and you lost $45. You know what I mean? Think of the potential ROI. I'm not allowed to say, and I never would say that signing up for my stuff is definitely going to make your money back, but think of the potential ROI of this stuff. Anyway, guys, that's going to go ahead and do it for today's live stream. I will have content out Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I will be posting content daily. Maybe not daily, but I will be posting content over on my over on my Instagram channel as well. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, I'd really appreciate that, at Trading Stocks. And I guess I've shilled everything I need to shill. Do I need to shill anything else? This was great. Have a good one, everyone. See you, Santo, Zico. I'll see you all back live here on Friday. Once again, make sure you're subscribed. If you're already subscribed, make sure that little bell icon is clicked so that you get notified when I go live or when I'm posting my content this week. All right, y'all. Appreciate it. A lot of fun. We learned a lot on this live stream, had a lot of great conversation, watched a lot of fun moves. I'll see you next time, and peace.